I was going through my files this morning, cleaning up some old photos, trying to get some space in my laptop here. And I came across one of my biggest flips so far this year that I picked up at a dealer-only auto auction. And it wasn't a car at all. It was a boat. Now, going to dealer auto auctions, this is what fascinates me about them. You never know what you're going to find. Dealers trade for anything that will not eat. I've never seen a goat or a chicken, a horse, or anything at a dealer-only auto auction. But I've just about seen everything else, and I've, of course, been going to dealer auto auctions for 35, 40 years. But anyway, this boat came through, and I bought a few boats at dealer auto auctions. Not many, but a few. And this boat came through. I looked up in the lane. I was standing in another lane, but I looked over in this lane, and this boat wasn't coming through the lane at all. It was on the monitor in the lane. And I looked at this boat, and it looked pretty good on the pictures, and nobody was in the lane. Nobody was bidding on it. So I ran over to the lane real quick and started looking at the monitor, and nobody was bidding on it at all. So I opened the bid at $500. Well, the minute I opened the bid at $500, now I haven't seen the boat, haven't looked at the boat, don't know anything about it other than the picture on the monitor. But I decide, okay, well, the trailer would be worth a couple $100, surely. It doesn't matter whether it runs or not. It's going to be worth a couple $100. The boat looked nice, so I says, okay, if the motor is blown, what would a motor cost for it? Because the boat itself in the picture looked pretty good. A dealer had traded for it there. So $500, a few more people gathered around, and anyway, the bid ran up to $900 on the boat, and I won the top bid. Still not seeing the boat, not checking the boat out whatsoever. Won the bid on the boat. The auction fees were $165, so my final fee on the boat was about $1,065. Only after I had bought the boat did I go personally inspect it. I went outside to the storage yard at the auction facility. I looked at the boat. The boat looked every bit as good as it did in the picture. And then I raised the cowl on the motor, and the motor looked impeccable on this boat. I looked at the lower unit on it, the prop on it. It really actually looked good. Still not knowing if this boat runs. Trailer looks good. The interior of the boat was amazing. I had not even seen the interior on this boat. Now, I guess my point is here that sometimes you have to take risks. You can't qualify everything that you do in the car business. You've got to take a risk, and you go on your instinct. So anyway, I went and paid for the boat. I brought the boat in to the lot here, and I actually put some ears on the boat, and lo and behold, the damn thing started. And I just couldn't believe, hey, I got this boat, motor, and trailer. The damn motor starts, and I've got $1,065 in it. So I cleaned the boat up a little bit, or I had some help here, and we cleaned the boat up, and I put the boat on Craigslist for $4,500. Now, like I said, I've got $1,065 in it. I put the boat on there for $4,500 and put it on just a week before Memorial Day. And the phone absolutely blew up. I'm interested in your boat, interested in your boat. What do you know about the boat? Of course, I didn't know anything other than the boat started, ran, and looked good. So I had somebody come along that wanted to buy the boat. And we took the boat and we put it in the water. And as we tried to propel the boat forward, it just had no power. It was just no power at all. It started, ran, no power, but that was it. And so I got out and I said, thank you for your time. Sorry about this, but I need to do some further investigation on the boat. And the guy says, well, I'm still interested in the boat. To be honest with you, if it had ran, I love this boat. But if it ran good. So I got on YouTube and I started looking around and researching the engine and found out that the boat probably needed an impeller in it. It was running hot, which was costing it, of course, to not have any power. So I got a set of impellers off of YouTube for 20 bucks. Then I decided, okay, I don't want this happening to me again, so I'm going to carry it to a boat mechanic and have it gone through. How much is he going to charge me to go through it? So I did carry it to the boat mechanic. Got over to the boat mechanic, and he said, you're right, said the impellers are bad on it. I've got some impellers here if you want me to go ahead and put them in. And I said, well, I have impellers. I paid 20 bucks for them. And he said, where in the hell are you getting impellers for $20? And I told him eBay. And he says, well, for that information, I'm paying $50 for impellers, so I will match that price and I'll install your impellers for $100. And use my impellers and you can keep your impellers. And so we just traded information and he installed the impellers. And I called the guy back that had looked at the boat. I reposted the boat first. Then I called the guy back that had looked at the boat and he said, yes, I want to look at it again. Still, I haven't put the boat in the water at all. Going on the mechanic's word. Then I decide, okay, well, this is what I need to do is go back, get the mechanic, get him to lake test the boat with me first. Myself and the mechanic took the boat to lake test it itself and put it in the water, and it did absolutely great. I was amazed. $100, now I've got $1,165 in the boat. But I like the boat so much, I decided to go ahead and put a bimini top on the boat. That was $165. So now I've got a little bit over $1,300 in the boat. But now it's a nice enough boat that if I keep it for $1,300, that's great. If the guy wants it for $4,500, I'll still let him have it. So sure enough, he came by, we lake tested the boat again. It did great. Yes, I want the boat, $4,500. So $4,500 later, after a $1,300 investment, that was my best flip. It happened as a result of being at the dealer-only auto auction, but not buying a car at all. That's one of my flips this year that was over $2,000. This year has been a pretty good year as far as flipping for me, but the key ingredient is getting to the auction and buying the vehicles. Without going to the auction, without having the access to the auction, I wouldn't have opportunity to this. So whatever you do, if you can, get access to a dealer-only auto auction, be ready. Here's a perfect example where I took $900, or really $1,300, and turned it into $4,500. And all this happened in a span of about 4 days. Now, there's not a lot of people out there that are earning $2,400 profit in 4 days. And it doesn't happen every 4 days. But it does happen more often than a person would think. And it all comes from taking a little action and doing the things that, planting the seeds, I guess, that lead into profit. Take action today.